Hello and welcome to this new developer diary with Dwarfs. I'm going to show you the arcade mode today. The arcade mode is one of the main modes in the game, and I'm going to start to play it on hard. As you can see, there are several difficulties and several time limits that you can play on. All of them have their own high score list that you can compete with your friends or other people online. So the main goal of this game is to survive for as long as possible. So it's a survival game, and it's also about getting as much high score as possible before you die. As you see, we have this big random generated map that is quite large, and it's about 1 million squares, and all these black areas are random generated caves, so we don't know what's inside them. And we have a main base, which is the main goal to make sure that it doesn't die. If something hits or kills the main base, then you lose the game. And you're supposed to try to find as much gold and resources and high score as possible before you eventually die. And here we have some combat. We have our warrior dwarf fighting some spiders. And he doesn't really seem to be so good at hitting it. And we can tell him to run back to base. We can also tell him to get a sign, and I'm going to give him a warrior's icon, which means that I can reach him on either this panel or one. If I want, I can speed up the game speed, but this does not affect the time, so you can reach much bigger high scores if you speed up the time. But it's also much harder and much easier to die if you speed up the time. And the higher difficulty, the faster you can play the game. As you see here, we have some worm that spreads through the caves if we're not careful. And the dwarves will randomly walk around, and they're not really that smart, so you need to stop them or they will eventually have you killed. And as you can see over here, they does not really care about your walls. They will try to dig through them anyway. So we'll blow this guy up with a dynamite. We have the dynamite here placed on him, and he blows up. And the positive things about creating holes is that you can, the water will flow down into the holes and it stops the water. And also do a solidify. And there I died, and that was one game. You can see how it counts the squares, and we get a high score. And then you can quickly restart the match and have a new generated map up and running, playing a new game. Go in to generate some other seeds for the map. You can see it's different every time. We replay the game. And that's it for this video. I hope you liked what you saw, and I hope you pick up the game the 4th of May when it comes out. Thank you.